Right now on 5 on your side at 10.
Mother's Day weekend continues very nice. Then we flip the switch to summer and some heat starting on Monday.
She was the reason that I celebrated Mother's Day.
A family is turning pain into purpose this Mother's Day after the loss of a child. How you can be part of their mission. Teens driving a stolen car kill several family members in a crash.
I'm in shock. I'm in pain. My heart is to my stomach.
Tonight we hear from a relative, plus the search for the driver who hit them.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Michelle Lee. Thanks for joining us. We are continuing to follow this tragic story that we first brought to you last night as breaking news. 4 adults were killed in that crash, and 3 children of the same family are still in the hospital tonight. In an interview you'll only see here, our Robert Townsend spoke with a relative of the victims.
Aaron Piggy had his heart fixed on celebrating Mother's Day with his mom, Angelique Simmons.
We was setting up dinner. You know, we was either going to go to Golden Corral or we was going to go to my grandma's house.
But now this devastated man cannot believe he must prepare funerals for his 56-year-old mother, his sister, and 2 uncles.
And I shouldn't have to right before Mother's Day. They should be here.
Piggy says around 9 Friday night, his uncle Ephraim Simmons was driving his relatives home near the intersection of Delmar and Pendleton in West St. Louis. Police say 3 teenagers in a stolen Jeep Cherokee traveled east on Delmar, attempted to evade police at a high rate of speed, and slammed into the van carrying the Simmons family. Police say the young suspects also hit a Dodge Ram pickup that was parked on the street.
Yeah, just innocent people. They had the right of way to go ahead and cross the intersection.
His mom, sister, Rhonda Simmons, and their uncles, 47-year-old Ephraim Simmons and 43-year-old Luther Simmons, all died. Piggy's 15-year-old daughter, Anijah Wallace, a freshman at Sumner High School, and her 2 cousins, 10-year-old Takira Thompson and 6-year-old Trinity Thompson, were hurt in the crash.
My daughter don't even know that her grandma, her auntie, and her 2 uncles is gone. How can I explain that to my daughter, man?
Police took 2 17-year-old boys, passengers in the Jeep, into custody. They say the driver ran off after the crash.
It's like boom, boom, boom.
After hearing the loud car wreck, neighbor Jennifer Polk ran to the scene.
I heard the kids yelling and screaming, so I ran down there trying to, keep them calm.
Saturday, a visibly upset relative of the victims placed more stuffed animals by flowers and a wooden cross, all part of a makeshift memorial now at the crash site. Police tell us the Jeep the suspects were riding in was stolen from the Herculaneum area last month, and it was also wanted in connection with felonies from multiple jurisdictions.
Something has to be done, and I'm going to fight for justice.
Robert Townsend, 5 on your side.
Again, police are still looking for the driver of the Jeep. Piggy also tells us his daughter and her 6-year-old cousin have now been upgraded. The 10-year-old, though, remains in critical condition tonight. Also this evening, the Major Case Squad is asking for your help to solve a murder in Pine Lawn. Around 3 a.m. yesterday, police responded to a call at the Phillips 66 on Natural Bridge. A man was found shot in the parking lot. The victim has now been identified as Quintel Harris, a man from Bell Ridge. Right now, police have no suspects, but anyone with information can call Crime Stoppers tonight at 866-371-TIPS. All right, 10:03 is the time now. It was a beautiful day with warm weather and sunshine, and we are getting even more of it for Mother's Day, Jim.
We are finally. It did arrive, and 72 was that high. So downtown St. Louis now, just a beautiful shot. It is mainly clear. Mainly a few high clouds out there, but all day long it was really sunny, and that'll continue for tomorrow. Maybe a couple clouds moving in here. But right now that temperature is at 59, down from 72. East wind at about 3 miles an hour. And of course, it is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Michelle, and to all the mothers out there. And plenty of sunshine, but some clouds mixing in tomorrow. About 10 a.m., 63 degrees in St. Louis and 74 too. So maybe a little bit cooler in a couple of spots, but boy, we get hot. Heat does build as we head into this week. And we're talking 90s, Michelle, in a couple of days where we could see some records. More on that in just a few minutes.
Oh boy, all right. Thanks so much, Jim. New tonight, a local mother and grandmother are making an emotional plea to end gun violence after losing their 7-year-old daughter, Demaya Fleming, in a Central West End shooting last year. Of course, it's going to be a tough Mother's Day this weekend as they grieve the young girl's death. 5 on your side's Brent Solomon has this story.
Her little books and her little purses, and I had just bought her this bike for Christmas.
A bedroom turned into a memorial for 7-year-old Demaya Fleming and her father, 26-year-old Darian Rankin Fleming. And then there are letters from the little girl's classmates. These words from a first grader.
Be happy in heaven, I'm sad, but I still love you.
Sukitha Rankin holds those mementos close to her heart. It helps ease the pain of losing her son and grandchild.
I don't nobody care until it's your baby or your grandbaby.
Now she's doing something to try to get more people to care about stopping violence. She's teaming up with Demaya's mother for an annual march in their angel's honor. This Mother's Day will be the 2nd year in a row they'll do it.
Doing a march, like, it give me, some kind of comfort because I know that we still celebrating her.
They've got the balloons and posters ready to go.
Gun violence is real. People don't come back. Stop killing our future.
Janice John says losing her daughter is a pain she doesn't think a killer can comprehend.
You killing kids that don't even get a chance to have a future yet. Like, you stealing it away from them.
As the first of 2 suspects prepare for trial in July, this family is on a mission to keep other families from living their story.
It could be somebody riding past our march, finna go kill somebody. So it's like, look at these babies. Think about these babies before you go do what you finna do.
They taking our kids away, and that hurts to have to live with that.
Brent Solomon, 5 on your side.
Certainly heartbreaking. Other families who have lost relatives to gun violence will be at tomorrow's march. Organizers want any and everyone who wants to be there to go to send a strong message to the community. That march begins at 10 tomorrow morning at the scene of the crime. That is the 4000 block of Laclede Avenue in St. Louis. St. Louis Public Schools, police, and the Lock It for Love program are partnering together to end another type of gun violence. They want parents to lock up their guns and keep kids from getting a hold of one.
What goes through my heart is, of course, sympathy for that family, but a strong wish that we could have been more effective in letting people know they could have prevented that had they secured their firearm. Those are entirely preventable tragedies.
Is drop the magazine. Rack the action, making sure that there's no rounds in the weapon at all. Lock the slide to the rear. With one end of the cable lock, you just run it up through the magazine well, right there, through the top of the slide, and connect it like that.
Well, they passed out free gun locks today at Vashon High School. There will also be another giveaway next weekend at Confluence Academy. There was another gun lock giveaway event in North St. Louis County today as well. Firefighters hosted a barbecue while giving away the locks to people living in the Moline Acres and Delwood neighborhoods. If you missed either of these events today, you can visit any St. Louis firehouse, police station, or even library to get a lock.
As groups rally to fight for abortion rights, Illinois is promising to be a safe space for women who need one. Celebrating culture, Cinco de Mayo returns to Cherokee Street. A look at the history that gives the festival so much meaning.
We're finally drying out. Also, get the summer clothes ready. We're expecting some record heat. Details coming up.
Country singer Mickey Gilley has passed away. Gilley died today in Branson, Missouri. That's where he helped run the Mickey Gilley Grand Shanghai Theater. He recently canceled some performances because of health issues. He was 86 years old. Today, a group got together in downtown Chicago rallying for abortion rights. This comes days after a leaked draft shows the Supreme Court possibly overturning Roe v. Wade. The governor of Illinois says he wants to make the state a safe place for people to travel to get abortions.
We want them to be able to exercise those rights, and we're going to defend people all across this nation who want to, if they need to get an abortion, they know that they can come to Illinois and they'll be free.
There were other protests across the country this week. If Roe v. Wade is overturned, abortion would be protected in Illinois, but banned in Missouri.
Well, it's so nice to see that sunshine, right? So the creeks, rivers, streams, with all that rain we had this week, still running high, but mainly dry weather and, yes, heat all next week. More on that straight ahead.
Well, one of the most diverse events in St. Louis was back today in celebration of Cinco de Mayo. The Cherokee Street Festival, which shines a light on Hispanic and Latino culture, hasn't happened in 2 years because of the pandemic. The community tells 5 on Your Side's Travis Cummings they are glad to see it back.
It's a lot to see and even more to do at one of the bi-state's most beloved and colorful events, the Cherokee Street Festival. Numerous vendors, food, music, and entertainment. A crowd of thousands on the culturally significant South City Street to celebrate Cinco de Mayo.
I never seen that many people in here before like this. It's a lot of people this year.
Diana Dame out with her family, appreciative to see so much support for her community.
It's wonderful to see all these people celebrating my culture, you know? I didn't know that people get so happy for, our independence and all stuff.
The history, the Hispanic culture here on Cherokee Street dates back for decades. And after all that we've been through over these past couple of years, the crowd you see here, the people walking around me, they say they're happy to be back celebrating culture again.
St. Louis has been a very good city to us.
Carlos Dominguez serving up margaritas at Latino Americana at California Avenue, like always. The first grocery store to hit the street in 1993.
We're very happy, very proud being here on the street, looking the change that we made on the street.
The Cherokee Street Community Improvement District pleased with the economic impact.
Not only is it a great day, a great celebration, but it brings a lot of really important revenue to our street and our small businesses. And we're really thrilled that we're able to have it this year in a time when they really need it.
And more importantly, keeping this important history in St. Louis alive.
You have music of all different styles, all different types of food, but really at its core, we're here today celebrating our Mexican community that have anchored the street for over 20 years.
Travis Cummings, 5 on Your Side.
Well, the event started at 11 a.m. and wrapped up about 15 minutes ago. Visitors are encouraged to support the street's businesses any day of the week. Well, a lot of people came to celebrate at Worthen Park in Granite City today. The 6 Mile Regional Library District partnered with the Park District to open a new story walk. There are 20 different signs around the park and people can walk through and read the story as they go along. The first title is Chicken Story Time in honor of a longtime library employee.
And was just a wonderful soul, just a truly beautiful person inside and out. And so it was very rewarding to us to be able to honor her with this first story.
Well, the story will change the first Friday of each month. People can sponsor a month if they want to in honor of people, an organization, birthday, anniversary, you name it. Just go to 6 Mile Regional Library District's website to sign up. Each donation helps with supply costs. Also in Granite City today, it was the perfect day for a block party. For 4 hours this afternoon, the community showed up. There were classic cars and antique fire trucks. There was also lots of good food and fun for the kiddos. And the Ferguson Farmers Market is back open for the season. There are a lot of local vendors, fruits, art, flowers, bread, you name it out there. The market is every Saturday from 8 to noon in downtown Ferguson, and it runs through October. Oh my goodness, Jim, I feel like I missed out on life today. There were so many wonderful events going on all around our region. I actually happened to go to a barbecue this afternoon, so that was really nice as well.
Very nice. Wasn't
beautiful.
It beautiful? Yeah, perfect. Finally, the sunshine. Farmers markets are back. It feels like it's summer already, but we're still at the beginning of May, but we are definitely going to feel like summer temperature-wise as we start Monday. Tomorrow is a comfortable day, closer to 80, but still very comfortable in the 70s. Right now at Lambert, great flying weather, 59 degrees. And around the area right now, from Richmond Heights to Cuba, Missouri, Wentzville, and also Highland, things are generally clear. And temperatures are beginning to fall into the 50s in many areas, but we still have a 60 at Scott Air Force Base, Sullivan 61, and temperatures are looking very comfortable if you're headed out this late. And looks like 72 for that high. That's exactly what we were thinking today. A little bit below the average of 75 and 50 for the low, which is also a little cooler than that average of 55. And the record high 92, record low 35. By the way, the allergies are way high, and that's definitely what just got caught right there. All right, so the 12-hour forecast showing temperatures down in the low 50s by morning in St. Louis, but some of the cooler spots in the 40s. And you can see on the satellite shot here, not much is going on, just some high clouds. And what is all this green? So those are the rivers that remain high, the river flood warnings. Mostly some very minor flooding, which is good news. And this rain that's developing to our north and west should stay away from us. But as we look at that future cloud cover and rainfall, it gets pretty close. In fact, close to Pike County. This is at noontime Sunday. So high clouds, some sunshine mixing in. And then look at this, 1 a.m. in the morning, we'll watch northern Bowling Green, so Pike County, we might see just a real quick shower, but most areas will stay dry. So overnight lows, upper 40s, low 50s, and then that heat begins as we head into Monday. So here's a 10-day forecast. Look how hot it's going to get. If we get up to that 93 on Tuesday, that will be a record high. Low 90s. Are the temperatures, or at least record temperatures. So about, I think it's 92 or 91. Same for Wednesday. If we get to 92, that's a record high. Then we're at 91 on Thursday, 89 Friday, and a really good chance of storms on Saturday, and temperatures in the mid 80s. So we cool off a little bit by next Sunday, but still highs near 80.
I'm not sure if I hate this or not.
Yeah, you're not ready for
I want
the
to be
heat?
honest. I mean, we'll get plenty of heat. It's really early, you know.
It is so early, gosh.
Oh, all right. Thanks so much, Jim. Well, here's Hannah. What are we working on today, Hannah?
Well, a lot of different things. Another big milestone for Yadier Molina in tonight's game, and we learn who could be back in the lineup for the Blues tomorrow. Coming up next in sports. If you don't know who Ryan Helsley is by now, you should. After last night, he has 20 strikeouts, no walks, no earned runs, and 1 allowed hit against 31 batters through 10 innings to start the season, which is the best in baseball right now. The Cardinals are facing the Giants on the road tonight. In the first inning, Nolan Arenado with this hit for his 24th RBI through 27 games this season. Cards take a 1-run lead. Steven Matz with the start on the mound for the Cards today, bases loaded in the first, and Flores gets a piece of this one for a grand slam. Giants up 4-1. Top of the second, Yadi gets a base hit and tallies his 1,000th career RBI to cut the deficit 4-2. Paul DeYoung with some much-needed offense in the fourth, second RBI of the day for DeYoung. Cardinals still playing catch-up, and then it's Dylan Carlson who smokes one for his first homer of the season. A 3-run shot to make it a 2-run ball game, but it's not enough tonight. The Cardinals drop this one 13-7 final score.
Chasing the Cup, sponsored by Car Shield.
It was a full practice today for the St. Louis Blues following their 5-1 loss to Minnesota in Game 3. The team has announced that Torrey Krug's lower body injury sustained in last night's game will keep him out of Game 4 tomorrow afternoon. The good news is defensemen Robert Bortuzzo and Nick Leddy were both on the ice. Greg Ruby says it's too soon to know if either will be ready tomorrow, but defenseman Scott Perunovich, who underwent wrist surgery back in March, could be in the lineup. Ruby says after a tough conversation with this team today, they know what they have to do.
We got to work the goal line. That's the bottom line, and we got to make sure that we get there a lot more than we did last night. Early on, we're on our toes, and we're down there and doing a good job. But overall, you know, we got down 2-0 right away. Kind of shot the energy out of us for a bit. We got to win a game, and then it's just we're right there.
St. Louis native Jason Tatum and the Celtics entering Game 3 with the Bucks in a split series today. In the second quarter, Williams finds Tatum for the slam on Giannis. Boston with a 4-point lead at halftime. But make no mistake, Giannis was the story today. He gets the go-ahead basket with 44 seconds left to get the Bucks the win. Final score 103-101. 42 points and an incredible performance for the series lead. Nearly 100,000 people at Churchill Downs for the 148th Kentucky Derby. If you look all the way at the bottom of that odd list right there, it's Rich Strike, the horse that would go on to win the race in the second biggest upset of the Derby ever. His odds to win were 80-1, and he didn't even enter the race until Friday morning. Big-time lacrosse matchup in town today. Powerhouse MICDS facing CBC. The Cadets hang tough early. Charles Shellhart gets this nice pass and finishes for the goal, but Jorn Sorgen was hot with his second blistering shot. MICDS goes on to win big, 19-6 final score. And like we were talking about, guys, St. Louis Blues needing a win in Game 4 tomorrow to head back to Minnesota for a split series.
Hope so. Thanks so much, Hannah. All right, that's all of our time for tonight at 10. Saturday Night Live is coming up next. Have a great night, everybody.